Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin. Today guys, we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna have a look at the top 5 most underrated NAF 5s in RTA, in Summoner's War. We're gonna focus on RTA in this one, but I might do videos about Arena and Siege and so on. Let me know in the comment below if you would like to see something like that. We're gonna focus on RTA today. I'm gonna show you how I have my ones ruined for RTA, if I have the units. If I don't have them, I can't show you. I'm gonna say also we're gonna talk about why I think they are underrated, and we're gonna have a look at their skills. I think some of these units are actually insanely good, but people don't use them almost at all. Now before I get into the guys, as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It is free and support the channel a whole lot. So if you can, please do that. Now let's have a look at the units, and I'm not gonna give particular order. I'm gonna just mention 5. I'm gonna mention another one as well, because I think that unit became underrated. That unit was super meta. I think it became underrated. But yeah, most underrated in R5. I feel like even Bulwark is kind of underrated, especially with the Vusa meta. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't wanna, you know. I don't want to say what I'm using to counter the Vusa, although I made a video about that, so it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's start with the first one. I think it's the most underrated actually, but I'm not gonna give it any top. This is number 1. This is number 2. I'm just gonna say top 5 in my opinion. Charlotte is super underrated in my opinion. Yes, she fits in cleaves and so on, but actually, I would use her. She's insane. She's really insane. And before you say Verdehill, counter her, guess what? She has the glancing on skill 3, and she has 3 hits. So she's probably gonna hit the glancing on the Verd. She's probably not gonna glance all 3 hits. She lands the glancing on Verd. Verd becomes a lot weaker. So she's an insane unit. She can sleep on skill 1 with 30% chances. That is not that well. It's not bad for a skill 1. 30% is not bad. Skill 2 has an AOE stun, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, speed's low for 2 turns on a 3 turn cooldown. Skill 3, attack all enemy 3 times. Each attack decrease their attack bar by 30%. So basically, she decreases attack bar on the whole team to pretty much 0. That's like 10%, okay? And has a 40% chance to increase the enemy chance of landing glancing hit. That goes 50% chances with skill ups. Afterwards, increases the attack bar volatilized by 30% additionally. So even if they have immunity, you still get attack bar increase for your whole team. And also, if you're using Charlotte, you probably should use some strippers. But if you use some strippers and Charlotte, she is actually really good. If they have immunity, you don't have a stripper, that's on you, but also you still get the attack bar increase. But if you're using Charlotte, get some strippers. Skill 3 also is on a 4 turn cooldown. It has decreased attack bar on the enemy, increased attack bar for you, the glancing on the enemies, so that's pretty insane. Also, even if they have the Verd, and the Verd revenges with the glancing and double crit on you, the whole of their team should be on 0 attack bar, so you should still go after that. Even if they have more attack bar, your whole team should move after that. Critical rate, leader skill is not the best, but it's, you know, if you don't have anything else, it's not bad. Base stats are not they're not that bad. Average HP, average defense, pretty high attack to be honest with you, and speed pretty decent to be honest with you. I would build her on Violent. If you want, you can build her on Swift. Use her attack bar booster. I would build her on Violent because honestly, this skill, she has a lot of CC, and she probably should move after your stripper anyway. So you probably could build her on Violent. Speed HP even, not crit damage, no. But on the artifact, if you put additional damage on the artifact, skill 3 is going to do decent amount of damage. Skill 2 is a single target, still will do extra damage, but skill 3 is a 3 hits. So she will do extra damage. Also, don't forget, if she managed to slip something on skill 1 with 30% chances, she gets an extra turn. So the cooldown of this goes lower, right? So really good unit. I don't know why she's so underrated, to be honest with you. I don't know why. Another unit is really underrated, as we are on the wind units. I'm gonna just show you, is Zinza. Actually, I have Zinza. I don't have Charlotte, but I have Zinza. Wind Monkey King is really, really good. I have him on Valiant Revenge. I think Valiant Revenge is the way to go for him. I have him on speed, crit damage, HP, I'm pretty sure. My runes on him are not the best. They are decent, but not the best. I don't use him that much, but he's actually really, really good. I have him like this. You can go with additional damage for him, but I like attack proportional loss HP, defense proportional loss HP. I feel like speed proportional loss HP. Accuracy skill 2 and skill 1 is actually pretty good. Obviously, try to get some accuracy because you can stun on skill 1, and guess what? If the enemy attack any of your allies, you can revenge with a passive, and skill 1 actually can stun with a 50% chance. That's not too bad. Skill 2 has defense break and attack bar increase by 50%. So this is on a 2-turn cooldown. I would say it's a 1.5 turn cooldown because you got 50% attack. But when he uses this, attack the recover your attack bar by 50%. Also, with skill ups, the defense break is on 100%. It's really, really reliable. Even with low accuracy, most of the time it's gonna defense break because it's really is 100% chances. Decreasing incoming damage by 35% and counter attack with 35% chance when an ally is attacked. You beat him on revenge because usually he's focused, and so you get 15% chances of counter attacking even if they focus the monkey. Focus on HP, focus on attack, defense, some speed. His base speed is really good, so like 100 speed is pretty fine. His passive is what makes him really strong, and also the defense break on skill 2 with attack bar increase makes him really, really strong. You don't really need him on 200 plus 200 speed. Plus 100 speed at the very least is what you should go for. Try to make him tanky, try to give him some attack. He received 35% less damage than he should because of the passive as well. So, you know, is really good. If they have water unit, is really, really good. If they have Diana, he counters Diana as well. Nana, same, because she AoE, so he has more chances of counter attacking. Is a really, really good unit. Focus on accuracy as well a little bit, so he actually stuns and defense break, so really good unit. Especially against Tableau Jameer, which is one of my team. Which is my main team, to be honest. If you go Tableau Jameer, he's probably gonna counter 1 point, and it messes up the whole comp. So really, really good unit. Really, really good. I think it's really underrated. Another unit that is really underrated, he got buff, and I think people are using him a lot more, but I don't think I'm using him as much as I thought they were going to. Abelio got a buff that is insane. It's just insane. Removes all unfair threat granted on yourself and increase your attack bar by 100% if an ally's HP falls to 40% or below from an attack. Meaning, you can stun him, you can CC him, you can defense break him, you can do whatever you want on him, but if an ally's HP falls to 40% below, but if you're focusing anybody, you know, anybody else but Abelio, and you get them low, it's gonna cleanse everything, it's probably gonna heal, attack by increase, provoke, then so 4-turn cooldown. Also the heal, it heals a decent amount. It heals a decent amount of HP, overlies by 30%. That's pretty good. Skill 2 does a decent amount of damage as well. Does damage according to your defense and recover 30% of the inflicted damage as HP. When using Beast form, the damage you inflict will be increased by 20% and then transform into the Druid form. 2-turn cooldown, massive damage, it heals back. Skill 1 stuns with 50% chance. It's really, really good. The passive now made him so good. You're trying to cleave, you have AoEs. Be careful with Abelio because, you know, as soon as you get them really low, he gets a turn, cleanses even if he's done, AoE heals, it's over because they're probably gonna take a turn now, and it's really insane. It's really insane. How would you build him? I have him. I don't use him almost at all. I have him built, but I don't use him at all. I built it like that. Don't follow this build. Don't follow this build. Valiant Will is the way to go, but you need a lot higher speed. I don't use him at all, as I said, but I like to have him built because, you know, if I really need him, I can still use him. I use him for the passive. It doesn't matter if he's low. He's gonna take a turn when, you know, the attack bar goes down. But I would say speed crit damage defense is the way to go, or defense crit damage defense maybe is also pretty good. You need him decently fast though with good crit rate, decent HP as well. You don't need attack, to be honest with you, but yeah, speed, defense, HP, crit rate, some accuracy, so you can actually stun on skill 1 would be really nice. But Abelio, I feel like the passive made him SS tier, actually SS tier. He's gonna stop a lot of clips because the passive is just that strong. Another unit that I think is really underrated actually, and I started using him a lot more now, is Miles. I haven't built actually. Miles is actually really good. I wasn't using him last season. I got last season by the end of the season, so that's why I didn't use him at all. But this season I've started to use him, and honestly he's not bad. He has a stun on skill 2. He has a strip, 100% strip, and 50% chances of stunning on skill 2, and he's on 2-turn cooldown, meaning every other turn he's gonna take a turn. He's gonna have skill 2 available, and he can stun and he can strip, so that's pretty good. Skill 1 plays around with the attack bar of the opponent, which is really good as well. Attack bar by 15% with a 50% chance. It goes up with skill ups, and the skill 3, which is a passive obviously. When it gets buffs, when your team put buffs, or when the opponent team put buffs, it gets extra 5% speed. It goes up to 100%, and he's gonna start ignoring defense. The higher the speed, the more defense is gonna start ignoring. Also, 44% defense arena leader skill. That's really good. He has pretty good stats. Decent defense, decent attack, pretty high HP, and pretty good speed. He awakens into accuracy, which is good because he obviously needs it for the strip and the stun. I would like to have a bit more accuracy, but it works decently well like this. He's built like this. I have decent rune on him actually, so he's on speed, HP. You can speed, HP, attack actually. You can build him on a crit damage build. It's gonna do more damage, but it's gonna be a little squishier, right? Additional damage is good on him. Accuracy skill 2 is good on him. So yeah, additional damage is probably the best way to go for him though. He does a lot of damage. Pretty good damage. He does around 11k on my off crit damage. Also though, I think his passive might be bugged, because I don't see like a buff, speed buff and so on with Tableau Shield, but I never get, like, I feel like the damage just stays the same. I don't know if it's bugged or not, but it might be. Another unit that I think is underrated, it became underrated, is Jogan. Jogan was probably one of the most broken units before nerf that actually was in RTA throughout every single season. It was super broken. Now they nerfed him. I don't think it's super strong, but with the Nana meta and having the strip and attack buff and the scroll still, I think it's pretty good still. I think it's actually pretty good. You can scroll away the Nana, so you don't have that problem to deal with the AoE defense break, with the passive from Nana. You also have the attack bar, and you also have the strip on a 4-turn cooldown. The scroll is on 4-turn cooldown as well. It plays with attack bar on the opponent. I feel like it's really good because of the Nana. Beside the Nana though, the Vusa is a thing now, so he has the strip and then he can scroll away one unit. Like that. Honestly, I wouldn't build them on Swift anymore. I probably would build them on Valiant to have these available more often and the strip available more often. But also this pair could work pretty well because he has the AoE. But I feel like, I do think Valiant would be the best way, but this pair, yeah, this pair wouldn't be bad. Base stats are not the best, not gonna lie. This base defense is not bad, base attack is pretty decent, base HP is average, speed is pretty average as well. He has a leader skill though, which can help your fire damage dealer do more damage, but overall I feel like he's actually underrated. He counters the Nana really well. We saw it in the SWC finals. So I feel like Jogan is slept on because of the Nana meta. There's not that many Nana as there was before the nerf, but still a lot of Nanas, to be honest with you. Another unit, those were the 5. I'm gonna mention Daphnis though. I think this unit is still really good. It's not meta anymore, but you can just delete units like with this skill. I feel like it's still really good. He has the AoE reset for 1 turn also. His base stats are not the best. Obviously the HP is low, the defense is not that high, the attack is pretty good, the speed is pretty low, but I feel like he's kinda underrated. He's not as underrated as the other units I mentioned before, but I feel like it's pretty underrated. I thought Daphne is on Swift, I thought Daphne is on Double Nemesis Wheel, which is scary because you never know how the Daphne is built. If he's on Double Nemesis Wheel, you don't kill him. It's gonna take a turn. It's probably gonna delete one of your unit. So I feel like Daphne is still pretty good. But yeah, I feel like those were. I mean, she's not bad, but I don't think she's super underrated. I'm not considering the Oracle to be underrated, especially Juno, but Praha also is really strong unit. But I don't think Praha is underrated. I see a decent amount of Praha, and Annabelle, I feel like she she might be a little underrated, but I think is you really need to go Bruiser to use Annabelle, otherwise she's not gonna actually fit in your team. But she's insane. But yeah, guys, that is it for the video. Let me know in the comment below which one you think is the most Nat 5, the most underrated Nat 5 in RTA, and let me know why. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everybody. Take care guys. Stay safe. Bye.